After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Live long. 21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Today, Jimpock, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpock says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin.
Resistance is futile. Warning, ship is under attack.
The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Keep firing!
Hello humans and non-humans alike, and good ever applies to you. Today we are back on Star Trek Online Starfleet PS4 Let's Play, where we are currently trying to save the Azur's crew, and it seems like we have a Delta mission thing. That's fine. Accolade Science, heal injured crew. Supposed to find unusual technology, huh? I don't know, I will not be going through this character anywhere near enough to actually do anything with whatever I find. Alright, what's in this room? Anything unusual? It's not unusual to be mad at anyone. Find the change at any time. Yep. Alright, heal. Apply the treatments. Get back on your feet. Hello to Libertad. I'm sending injured to the transporter room. Transport them to sick bay as soon as possible. Sorry, Captain. The radiation levels are too high. I can't get a lock. I'll keep trying, sir. Have the survivors wait in the pad, and I'll transport them as soon as it's safe. Get to the transporter room. Wait there, and I might come get you. I might also leave you to die. Alright, bypass plasma conduit, and let's keep going. And hello, Orion Slaver. And die. Now let's keep going. Hello. I think it's time for you to die. Orion Birds. Alright, where's my Delta mission thingy? Get up and go to the transporter room. And you're all carbon copies of each other. Perfect! I just want to get this out of the way so I can scan for the Delta thing. Delta recruits! That's right, I have time travel bullshits following me around. If you don't like time travel, don't play Starfleet. However, don't play anything Star Trek whatsoever. Star Trek is basically the time travel simulator. Fucking time travel is apparently easy as shit too, because you can accidentally go back in time every other day. I mean, dear gods, it's apparently really fucking easy to time travel in this universe. I'm surprised that anyone even bothers thinking, like, trying to fix the time travel shit. Yes, 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 they're all healed up and ready to kill. I mean, be killed. There you go. Now, where can I find this unusual technology? Scanning the warp core, Captain. Catastrophic failure of antimatter containment. Warp core breach is imminent. Captain, unless the breach is contained, the Azura will be destroyed. Captain Brooks!
We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship. I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please, take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I can buy you some time.
Alright, I'll help your crew out for a bit. But, you have to know, I'm probably gonna be just, like, destroy everything. Scanning warp core? Yeah, warp core scanning is stop being confused. Yeah, but if I was an engineer, that means I could probably help with the warp core somehow. Don't give a shit about that. Now, where is this weird technology I'm supposed to get? Wait, maybe if I activate that item in my inventory? Now, what is... Okay, I don't know what any of that is. Let's just keep going. Again, we search around, and around, and around, and around, and around, down, down, down. Did you just scan the damn ore so I can get out of the way, so I can try to find this Delta thing? Get this unusual technology? I'm not keeping the character, but damn it, I wanna... Oh. Okay, all I had to do was look for the giant triangle.
The alloys used in this device are normally only found in the Delta Quadrant. We know that the Iconians have gateways that allow them to go anywhere they wish. It would be reasonable to assume that they have had influence in the Delta Quadrant as well.
No, I'm good, Alright, let's just keep going. Get me the fuck away from that time travel bullshits. It's the bullshits. Are you ready to run the gauntlet of green? You have to kill all the green people. I'm sorry, Orions. They're apparently aliens, but really they're just people who poured food dye on themselves. I'm just joking around, people. I'm not disparaging Star Trek stuff. Don't kill me. No, Chuckies! No, what are you doing with that fake with that replica bot left? No! I died. Chucky stabbed me to death with the replica bot lefts. They were just replicas, so they were blunt. So it's more like I was beaten to death with the metal. Goodbye, internal organs. Are you ready to transport, Chief? Azura's radiation levels are returning to normal. Get me the fuck off this thing before I get blown up. Yes, please, get them off. Get me off the ship! Fuck the survivors! What about me? I'm your captain, damn it. What about me? Why didn't I just get on the transporter with them? Get me the fuck off this thing. And the away team too. I didn't forget about you guys. Don't be mad. Use turbo lift. I guess. I'm still upset about this clear Starfleet favoritism. It's a minion gets this kind of favoritism since we're gonna be the newest thing. Put it on screen.
Leave now if you know what's good for you, Starfleet. We're taking the ship, her crew, and her cargo.
Yeah, lady, well, you can go fuck off. Yeah, but you never heard that in Star Trek before. And you heard me? Fuck off. These people are ours.
Target shields have failed.
You can go choke on a pile of radiation for all I care. Oh, you're the Hulk sister, right? That's why you're green? You got that gamma radiation going on? I'm kidding, don't hurt me, Chucky. Please no, not more replicable Atlas. No! They're very painful. But not particularly damaging. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to get to level 65. And get a bunch of higher ranked ships. I think they stopped giving you ships at level 40. Wait, I thought we got her already. Oh no, she stayed behind to stabilize the fucking core. Bro, get on this fucking ship now or I'll blow up your ship myself. Rescue the captain. I'm just gonna get a transfer lock gives the processor. Boosting containment. Oh, I was gonna say. Well, looks like she died. Nope, looks like we got her. Hooray! We did good. I'll speak
You saved
with the
my
captain.
crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
What was the Azura's mission?
The Azura was a transport ship, best in the quadrant. Mostly I hauled medical supplies or farming equipment, but I had room in the cargo bays for a little of everything. I have one customer who is just crazy for Tranya. I don't save the galaxy on a regular basis like you Starfleet types do, but hauling cargo is a good way to make a living. I'm helping people in my own way. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
Yeah. Tell the whole saving the world every day thing to our accountants.
There's thieves, pirates, and a whole lot of trouble if you ask me. Raiders have always been a danger to ships like mine, but the problem has gotten worse since the Orions allied with the Klingons. Now they think they can do anything to anyone. Someone needs to put a stop to these raids. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever. We have been having trouble with the warp core for a few days. I was hoping I could make it to the closest starbase, but when the containment field started to collapse, I used every bit of power we had to help stabilize it. The minute I rerouted power from the shields to the containment field, the Orions were there. For all I know, they detected I was in trouble and were waiting for the right time to pounce.
That's not the story you were saying on the ship, lady. You saying they were already attacking you, and you had to divert power to the warp core to save it because they got hits on engineering.
You saved my crew. I'll go
well,
back to Valaris for a few weeks, I suppose. I have enough latinum saved up to get me back on my feet. As soon as I can get another ship, I'll be doing transport runs again. I have customers waiting. You saved my crew. I'll tell
Thank you, Captain, that's all. Yep, get me the fuck out of the system, please. I'll go blow things up later. Hail Starfleet. So, we got her,
Well
sir.
done. You saved that crew just in time.
Congratulations,
job.
Lieutenant.
Yay.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Wait, so that requires me to hit him over the head and take him with me by force? Am I allowed to do that? Thanks. I'll make sure to tell him that when he's unconscious and being put in a burlap sack. We still got those in space, don't we? We didn't get rid of all the burlap sacks? No? Great. It'll be perfect. Now I suppose he can replicate me some body armor. Yep, just shields and phasers. Goodness. Wait, what else was there on the replicator? Oh no, it was recycle, retrieve. What does recycling do? Oh, that's just quick energy credits. Okay. Like, I don't feel like I need space for something right now, and I don't feel like waiting. Until I get to the nearest vendor so I can sell all the shit. So I'm gonna take less money and just get rid of it. Oh right, I did get another kit, didn't I? What does this one do? Area radiation damage over time. That's fine. I like blowing things up over time. Blowing things up over time is the best. Not really. The explosions are better instantaneously, but still. If you can get a bunch of explosions together, that's the best. 64 energy credits. It was probably worth more. Alright, we're at Vulcan. Captain, we arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the ambassador's aide when we arrived. Capello says that the ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She'd like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on the main view screen? Of course.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Well, I mean, there's an extreme ethical quandary with transport. I mean, if you're taking things apart, reassembling them, or are you just really cloning, essentially? I don't know, it's like, are you the same you that was on the ground, or are you just a reassembled version of you? Are you really you anymore once you've been in a transporter? It's kind of reasonable. Folks are make a fan first. Let me load. Yep, let's get in the captain's chair first. Wish I could do shit from the captain's chair, but they won't let me. So, land the shuttlecraft.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, this is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
It must have taken you a lot to say enjoy, didn't it? Since you're a Vulcan. I'm sorry. It was taking a lot out of you. Captain, the Ambassador and his aide are waiting for us at the temple at the top of this rise. You can speak to them there and find out if the Ambassador needs anything else from us before he departs. Yeah. I don't know. If he asks us to cook something specific, that's it. We're just knocking him out and taking him to Pajem. Plateau of Contemplation. Great. I have a plateau for this shit. Can't you just go into a nice room, shut off all the lights, and contemplate in the darkness or some shit? Gotta have a whole plateau. High Priest save. High Priest of the Puppers, maybe. someone voice this to character select.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about Pajem.
Pajem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on Pajem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians.
They're also part of the Federation, but let me guess, it happened after that.
It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions?
And what are you doing at
My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications. So if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly. Do you have any questions?
Are you ready to leave?
This is ridiculous. Access to Pajem is strictly limited to preserve the sanctity of the monastery. No outsiders are permitted to land without the expressed permission of Savin, the leader of the Order of the Priest that maintains the planet. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty. But Savin has chosen this moment to illogically question my visiting the monastery. He is refusing to grant leave for me to meet with the abbot at Pajem.
Can this trade wait until Sabin changes his mind?
If I do not complete my journey to Pajem now, I will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridon is complete. And that could take weeks.
Why will Sabin not grant you permission? The High Priest of the Puppers.
I fear I've spent too much time off-world. While I find it easy to deal with others, my own people can be stubborn. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than I have.
Alright, let's speak to Sabin then. Does he actually have We don't have any puppers. There are no puppers in the Star Trek universe, so I doubt it.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Ahsoka says you want permission to visit Pajem.
Sarketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Is there any way you can say that Ahsoka has to visit
I will
Pajem?
permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect Pajem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Alright then. Well, Soka. Vulcans favor logic, but you don't like transporters, which is illogical. And you have difficulty dealing with your own people. I may have to kill you.
Do you have any questions?
Why doesn't he trust you?
How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to...
Okay, he just insulted a Vulcan in a very non-logical manner. He just said peace and long life instead of live long and prosper. Holy shit, he's not a Vulcan. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to shoot him at some point. It seems like he's definitely not a Vulcan. The High Priest of the Puppets have said so. He is not a Vulcan. He is an alien disguised as a Vulcan. Is he a changeling? Let's see, I mean, we know the Undine can disguise, then there's the changelings. He could just have a very good, holo emitter. There are way too many ways to disguise yourself as another person in this fucking universe. He could have a parasite in his head for all we know. Can I please just kill him?
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure.
Am I allowed to kill him?
Live long and prosper.
I am 99% sure Sokath is a traitor. And he is definitely not a Vulcan.
I need to meditate and prepare for my meeting with the abbot at Pajem.
He is definitely not acting like a Vulcan. I am assuming he is some type of alien shapeshifter. Depart system. I wish we had a bit more robust options for dialogue, like I can take Flores aside and go like, watch him. Watch him very closely. He does not act like a Vulcan. He might not be a Vulcan. There are so many things in this damn universe that can apparently duplicate other creatures. We need to be more careful. And he's probably not a Vulcan. I want you to have someone with a gun aimed at him at all times. Sir, and pick up an unusual entry reading in the system. We should scan the system before we take the ambassador service. Alright then, sensors at maximum. You did promise the guy we'd protect the joint. Klingon ships decloaking. Oh, that's not good. Hi. Put them on screen now.
You have a foul shape changer aboard your ship. Turn the creature over to us, or we will destroy you.
Shape changer, what do you mean?
That foul beast on your ship is an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of those honorless dogs dies screaming. My patience is limited. Speak, the Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. Undine are telepathic and physically superior to humans. They see anyone from our dimension as an inferior life form, even Klingons. Soon they will know how wrong they are. Undine have the technology to be a real threat to anyone, even the Borg. But the worst of their weapons is their ability to take our forms. The Undine have inserted themselves into every major power in the quadrant and seek to control us through trickery and misdirection. You must be vigilant.
Okay! As soon as we enter the system, a group of Klingons telling this guy's shape changer is not acting like a Vulcan. I'm literally, at this point, delivering him to the Klingons. If that was me in charge.
Speak quickly.
Why are the
You
Undine
tell
here?
me, Starfleet. It was your people who first encountered the Undine in the Delta Quadrant back when we knew them as Species 8472. Many among my people want to know just what you did to make them hate us so.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's Enterprise that fucked up, or Voyager.
My patience is limited.
Do you have any proof?
Doubt my word? Insult my honor? I have killed men for less. I have nothing to prove to the likes of you. Turn that so-called...
Oh, I would turn him over to you if I could. I would definitely turn him over to you. I would at least after this incident have Sokat detained and multiple tests done on him to make sure he is who he says he is. I would not just take Starfleet's blind word for it that this guy is not a shapeshifter, or that shapeshifters are not to be feared, because this is the fucking Star Trek universe. We got fucking neural parasites, we got two different kinds of shapeshifters, one of them are worshipped as gods and have manufactured species for their own use. Okay? If someone tells me there's a shapeshifter aboard my ship, they're in jail. And we're having science officers look them up and down to see if they're really a fucking shapeshifter. And even if they say they're not, we're still placing transmitters in their fucking bloodstream. We are not beaming down to the planet with them. No. Don't leave him alone in his quarters. Please. At least put him in, detain him. Have guards outside of his room, something. Alright, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like and want to subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter for channel updates, picture dogs and cats, and whatever else I decide to put out there. And next time on the Starfleet PS4 Let's Play, we will hope... this guy's probably an Undine shapeshifter. And we will probably have to kill him. And the Klingons will go, I told you so. Divide humans and non-humans alike, and good ever applies to you.